and amazing Vida Divina affiliates. A very, very, very pleasant Tuesday morning to every person that has found the time to share with us this morning. My name is Christopher Thomas, and of course, I'm just a fellow affiliate of the Vida Divina family. Indeed, our God is good. Indeed, our God is great. Indeed, the grace of God knows absolutely no bounds. And so this morning, if you are excited, if you are happy to have the favor and the grace of God upon your life, type the number 7 in the chat. You are happy and you are grateful to be experiencing the grace and the favor of God Almighty. Drop the number 7 in the chat. This morning, our life is what it is today because of the grace of God. Yes, I always say that I thank God for the faith that He has deposited in my heart that enables me to believe that He is God and beside Him there is no other. And so therefore, it doesn't matter what the temptations are, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are, I cannot go against the grain of my faith in God, because that faith has been deposited within my heart, which has led me to believe that there is indeed a God that ought to be praised and worshipped. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this morning as we continue to grow, as we continue to expand, as we continue on this path of our 90-day to greatness challenge. We are now in month number 2, 4 days into the new month, and I'm excited about the prospects. I've seen some remarkable things happening. I see people juxtaposing. I see people taking their business, a lot more serious. I see people, are expanding and growing and want to learn. And that is something that really, really inspires me when I look and see the team moving in that particular direction. But of course, there's always room for growth. There's always room to expand. There's always room to go beyond the ordinary. And this morning, there are still some of us that are sitting comfortably in our comfort zones. And so this morning, our theme for our inspirational session is to step out of your comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, the comfort zone. Yes, do you feel that you are stuck in your comfort zone? Is there anybody here that feels that you are in a zone of comfort, and so therefore your growth is being inhibited as a result of that particular comfort zone? You see, the comfort zone is defined as a settled method of working that requires little effort and yields only barely acceptable results. Is that you this morning? The comfort zone is a place where it requires little effort but yields only barely acceptable results. Do you know anybody like that this morning who is at a place where the effort is so miniature? The effort is so lukewarm. The effort is just minuscule. You are just barely meandering on a daily basis. There's no great effort to expand. There's no great effort to grow. There's no great effort to achieve more. In the context of our business, you speak to one person and that one person says no, and that's it. You don't do like Mr. Armand Puyol and speak to everybody that you come in contact with. Can I tell you that for you to have that growth, then you have to increase your effort in order to yield greater acceptable results. You see, the comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, is a place of mediocrity. It's a place of mediocrity. It's a place where you are just existing. It's a place where you're lacking vision. It's a place of fear. It's a place where you basically have allowed yourself to be conquered by circumstances, to be conquered by events, to be conquered by people in your life. It could be a wife, it could be a girlfriend, it could be a husband, it could be, your boyfriend, it could be your parents, it could be your peers. Maybe you are running with the wrong group of people. Maybe you are running with the wrong crowd. Maybe you have chosen the wrong set of circumstances to be in. And so mediocrity seems to be the order of the day. Nobody in your little group desires excellence. You are the best in your group. You are the brightest. You are the most motivated. That cannot be a group that you want to be in, because that's a group that spells disaster. That's mediocrity at best. You see, to step out of your comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, we have to make a decision. I want you to go to the chat and to type the word decision. To step out of this comfort zone, this zone where you are just producing little, you have to make a decision in order to be able to step out of your comfort zone. Type the word decision in the chat this morning, because you have to make a decision in order to step out of the comfort zone. You see, everything that we desire, ladies and gentlemen, be it health, be it happiness, be it self-respect, financial independence, financial freedom, as we like to talk about, yes, growth, expansion, knowledge, yes, sometimes even finding the right partner, be it a wife or a husband, you have to step out of your comfort zone, and to do that, you have to make a decision. There has to be a decision. You have to sit back. You have to evaluate yourself and see where you are at this point in time. Am I comfortable with how I've treated the gifts that God has bestowed upon me? Yes, God has bestowed many gifts on me. The most important being the gift of life. I'm here. What is my purpose? Am I giving back to the society? Am I depositing positive things into the lives of others? Am I making the people around me better? Am I making my family better? What type of future am I creating for my posterity? Yes, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. When I'm long gone, will my name still resonate with some level of respect among my future posterity, ladies and gentlemen? To achieve that, you have to make a decision and step out of your comfort zone. You see, sitting in front of you right now is a man who was in his comfort zone, because I felt within myself that, having obtained my academic qualifications, I was now in a place working where the money wasn't really bad, but it wasn't the best. My office was fully air conditioned. Any major decision that was to be taken in the organization, I was a part of that decision-making team. There were several benefits that were bestowed upon me, as a member of that organization. I could always pick up my phone and call one of the ladies and say, hey, I would like a cup of coffee. I would like a cup of tea, or can you go to the canteen and fetch my lunch? That was a place for me of comfort, but the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, I was at a place where I could not pay my bills. Yes, as a man, I told you over and over, in case you have never heard it, I had never allowed my wife when I was married to pay any bills in the house. I paid all of them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if her car needed insurance, I would have taken care of it. If her car needed servicing, I would have made sure I took care of it. So all the bills, I believe in being a man and nothing else. And so the monies that were coming in wasn't sufficient. I was at a place where, because of the benefits of my organization, my place of work, my 9 to 5, I was comfortable. But then something happened. There was a family situation that needed resources. And when I looked to the left, there was no savings. When I looked to the right, there was no savings. When I looked behind me, there was no savings. And when I looked at the circle of people that I was associated with, there was nobody I could call on to say, hey, provide some support here, because we were all in the same position. And ladies and gentlemen, having done a self-introspection, I decided that I must step out of my comfort zone. You see, Shannon Alder, she said, and I quote, life always begins with one step outside of the comfort zone. That's exactly what I did, because I was introduced to Vida Divina. And what do you know? Getting into Vida Divina, I studied the business, I studied the compensation plan, I studied the products. Ladies and gentlemen, I developed a customer base of over 1,000 customers in Jamaica that I was selling products to on a daily, weekly basis. It wasn't like now when I only sell one person 60s. Back in those days, if you wanted a sachet of tea, I would sell you a sachet of tea. Now I know that that's a joke, not to sell a sachet of tea to anybody. It makes sense to sell the six, the pack, because it's of more value to the individual. And so I stepped out of my comfort zone. I look at my circumstances and I realized that if I stayed in that situation for too long, then I was going to be broke for the rest of. But it wasn't easy, because you see, stepping out of your comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, you have to deal with your fears. You have to deal with your fears. What will your peers say about you? You are selling teas. You are trying to recruit people. They're going to say that that's a pyramid scheme. They're going to say that's a Ponzi scheme. They're going to say you have reduced your stature, Christopher, because you're walking and selling teas. Yes, you have to conquer that fear, ladies and gentlemen. And that conquering of the fear comes through you learning. Yes, you have to start educating yourself, because the truth of the matter is, when you appreciate the value of network marketing, then you understand that network marketing is a profession just like every other profession, if you understand what I'm referring to in terms of the schemes of profession. Yes, it's no different from the law profession. It's no different from the medical science profession. It's no different from the marketer, from the executive marketer. It's no different from the politician. The only difference is that you create your own wealth through network marketing. Nobody pays you a salary. You work to pay yourself. So first, you have got to conquer that fear. Secondly, you have to start learning. You have to start empowering yourself through education. You have to educate yourself on what this profession is all about. And finally, you have to just start growing. And growing meaning that, look, I have found my purpose. Yes, I'm living my dreams, right? I'm setting new targets. I'm setting new goals. It was as a result of my growth, ladies and gentlemen, having conquered my fear, having started to learn, that I decided that the best thing to do with a profession like this is to resign my 9-to-5 job and to become a full-time network marketing professional. What do you know? I stepped out. Yes, started to live my dreams, because I was now earning more through network marketing than what my 9-to-5 salary was providing me. On February 26th, it was a Friday. I've never ever forgotten that day. I stepped into work that morning. I went back out to the market at Papine, and I bought some pineapples and I bought some melons, and I went and I sat in my office and I ate as much as I could. My senior manager wasn't at work at that point in time. And I sat at my computer and I started to type. That was my resignation letter. And nobody knew except the HR that I had resigned that day, I went to my HR director and I said, hey, listen, Lady Diana, this is it for me. And I handed in her my resignation. And what do you know? She asked me about 500 times, are you sure, Chris, that this is what you want? I'm not taking that letter. No, 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 no. But what she didn't know is that I was stepping out of my comfort zone. I was moving away from security, yes, for the option of now creating the future that I need for myself. You see, John Maxwell, he says, listen, if we are growing, we are always going to be out of our comfort zone. The way to grow your Vida Divina business, ladies and gentlemen, is to step out of your comfort zone. The way to become a better person is to step out of your comfort zone. The way to become a better husband, a better wife, a better father, a better mother, a better friend is to step out of your comfort zone. Conquer your fears by starting to learn new things. Make up your mind to self-develop. Make up your mind to get to the point where you can start learning on your own. Don't wait until you come to a Monday night training. Don't wait until somebody drops something in the group for you to start learning. No, start developing yourself. And then, of course, the growth will come. You will start living your dreams, fulfilling your purpose. And of course, you will now get to a point where you can achieve some goals and then start setting new goals for yourself. I want to encourage somebody this morning to recognize the power that you have when you step out of the comfort zone. I want somebody this morning to understand that not only will you be empowered, but you will live your purpose when you step out of your comfort zone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much this morning for sitting here this morning and listening to this rather intriguing, I thought, word on stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, of course, we are currently well over a month into our 90 Day to Greatness Challenge, where we are seeking to, really grow, really to step out of our comfort zone. As it stands right now, we have not had any challenges over the past 2 weeks. Don't know why we have not had our challenges. But of course, this morning, I want to issue a challenge to our team. I want to say to people that it is possible for you to sell 25 products for this week. It is very, very possible. It is possible if you only step out of your comfort zone. It is possible this morning if you make a decision to sell 25 products this week. You must sell 25 products this week. And how are you going to do that? Well, we have been teaching you those methods of operation. In addition to that, that list that you are currently working on. Yes, I don't know if you're still working on yours, but I continue to work on mine. Those individuals now are the people that you're going to introduce your products to. Those are the people you're going to introduce the business opportunity to. My good friend Sir Clinton Daly, not seen him, yes, he's here. He told me yesterday of a sweet method that he uses in order to invite people to his business opportunity presentation. And of course, he used the scripts that we shared in the group. It's the same thing, inviting techniques that we have been talking about for over the past weeks, right? Those are what he uses. And trust me, he's having tremendous success. So now that you have your list, we want to see you start inviting the people to the business opportunity presentations. We have a cadre of opportunity presentation. There's a presentation tonight at approximately 8 p.m. Jamaica time. There will be one tomorrow at 8 p.m. Jamaica time. There's another on Thursday at 8 p.m. Jamaica time. And there's one on Sunday at 7 p.m. Jamaica time. The one on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, that speaks specifically to the people that are outside of Jamaica and maybe, don't have the time to stay up late. And so we have coined that one specifically for them, all right? But the meeting on Sunday will not be a business opportunity presentation. It will be a product presentation because we alternate them. Last week, we did, of course, business opportunity presentation. This week, we're going to focus on product and how the products can help to impact your life. So I want you to set your targets. How many people can you get on the opportunity call tonight? How many people will you expose to your business today? Well, guess what happened? If you have those IPAs, yes, I say DIPAs, daily income producing activities. If you have that document produced by Lady Aisha Queen, then you should be in a very good position to hit your targets, to hit your goals. But I'm saying to us this morning that the way to do that is to make a decision to step out of that mediocre state that you are in, that comfort zone, that place that says, look here, my job is secure. Listen, I don't have to do much. That place that say I have my husband or my boyfriend, he's bringing in the bacon. That place that says my family members in the US will send me a buck or two. That place that says, look, I can do X and I can do Y to make some additional funds, but it is not legitimate. Can I tell you? Step out of your comfort zone and see your growth today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you this morning for sticking and staying with me. I'd like at this point in time, if anybody, you are so led, you are so inclined to share your takeaway from this morning session, I'd be more than happy to have you unmuted for you to share your thoughts and your takeaways on this morning presentation. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Anybody, if you feel like sharing, please just raise your hand and I'll be more than happy to unmute. If not, we'll say chows for today. And of course, we will continue later with our business opportunity presentation. So going once, going twice, going thrice. Okay, Carlene Sharp say, hey, Chris, you know what? I'm not going to leave you stranded. Go ahead, Lady Carlene. Welcome. Good morning to you. Good morning to your family. Welcome to this morning 90 Day to Greatness, as we seek to inspire, as we seek to encourage, as we seek to bolster your growth in this business. Go ahead, ma'am, and talk to us.
Good morning, my fellow affiliates. Good morning, Christopher. What to take away from this morning calling? In order for you to succeed, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And from I've been doing that, I realized that the more I talk to persons, the more I come out of that fear. So, as you said, in order for us to get better at this, we have to come out of our comfort zones. Thank you.
Wonderful, 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 Lady Carlene. You made that decision. Yes, you looked at yourself, you evaluated your circumstances, and you said, listen, man, I want more out of what I'm doing because there's more here for you. Yes, and what did you do? You made a decision to conquer those fears. You started to learn, and now you're experiencing the growth because I see your orders are coming in, Carlene, and they are more than what they used to be. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, if anyone else would like to share, any other affiliate who is so led, of course, you're welcome to talk to us this morning. Talk to the team. There's something that I may have said, but may not have emphasized it enough. But you heard it, and you want the team to get that message. Please feel free to go ahead and let us have the conversation. Just raise your hand if you are so led. And of course, we will unmute you for you to share your thoughts with us this morning. If not, we will just want to tell you, okay, Miss Blackwood, Benisha, go ahead, ma'am. Welcome. Talk to us, Lady B.
Good morning, everyone. Good
Hi,
morning.
Lady B.
I'm always excited to be on. Sometimes I miss it, yes, but I try my best to be on. One of my main reasons for being in this company, one, the benefit of the products, and two, the compensation part of it. But I just want to encourage somebody this morning who is on, or somebody who knows somebody who is going through the same situation, but they are to hold on. You may not have anybody active on your team. You may not be selling as much product as you would want to sell. But if you have a purpose, if you have a reason, if you have a aim, a goal to reach, then you will understand that this is a drive to maintain your business. So in spite of the challenges that you are facing, just remember you have a goal in mind, and that's where you need to reach. When I look to my left and when I look to my right and my points, I say, hell no, I ain't giving up. Because I know some people, when they join, they want people to run their business for them. and it is not so. But even if it's you alone for the time being until God send the right people, continue in the business, continue in the journey, don't give up. Because the day you give up, maybe the day your breakthrough come. God bless everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Lady Venetia Blackwood. And of course, I do affirm the thoughts you shared just now, for you to understand that, look, I mean, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? It's a marathon. It is not a sprint, right? And the good thing about it is that your success, it doesn't hinder my success. My success cannot hinder your success. Everybody can be successful. That's a great thing about having this type of venture. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're working a 9 to 5, your success is tied to the organizational success. And if you don't complete your targets, then of course you know what happened. The organization does not achieve its targets, right? But here at Vida Divina, you are in a situation where you can be doing your own thing. If you are great at selling, sell like no other. If you are great at team building, build like no other. If you are great at sharing the business opportunity presentation and training, then guess what? Do it like no other, because your reward will be great. And sometimes you may contemplate giving up. That's human. Yes, you may encounter a circumstance or two that may lead to you want to contemplate giving up. But when you weigh the balance, ladies and gentlemen, when you do that comparative analysis between what you have been doing all your life and what Vida has given you in just 2 or 3 years, then you recognize that the balance is really should be on this side, because this is indeed the better way. This is the opportunity of the future. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, let me just tell you again, somebody asking, Lady Shannon Alder, she says, life always begins with one step outside of your comfort zone. Life always begins with one step outside of your comfort zone. Evaluate yourself. See where you are. Make that decision. Conquer your fear. Start to learn. And then that growth that you desire will indeed come. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends of the Vida Divina family, it's always my distinct pleasure to be here to serve. Yes? Have yourselves a fantastic day. God bless you all. This call is officially over.